To Charles and his brothers, the Barnet is king.
Alright, dig it.
But it doesn't have to stop with your hair.
You know I never get bored. I'm always part of the action. I drink my coffee, he said, to get me satisfaction. The girls are all around. They like my machine. They ask us, guy, why you so fly? We say, Harry or Cortina. Harry or Cortina.
That's what I call full flavour behaviour.
Well, welcome aboard part 10, episode 10, straight in, no messing about, we're just straight on from where we left off on the Christmas edition, episode 9, although this film could see you still in Christmas as bonus footage, I don't know. If I get enough time and enough footage down, I might throw this up over Christmas so you'll be getting a bonus treat if I'm lucky. If not, then hello January, and hope you're enjoying the new year so far. We welcome you to 2016 if that's the case. If not, let's see what happens. We start with stripping the driver's door. Just got the 10mm socket on there on the electric screwdriver. Just blasted off that bottom door glass and slid the glass out inwards from the top, and then we've boxed the glass up in some cardboard there. So I'm going to offer the door up. I'll take you inside and just see where we're up to. Spun that round. We're back that way round now after the spot welding session, and continue spot welds along that edge there. They've been going in really well, biting in really nice and creating a good little effect. So before I spot weld the back, I just wanted to put this door on and just see what it was like for gapping, because I've got to take the back door off to spot weld. So before I do it, I thought I'd just see what the door gapping's like. So let me carry the door across, let's go out and get it, and then I'll film back when I'm over that side. Let me grab this door. Welcome aboard, part 10, episode 10, part 10, episode 10, welcome. Right, I'm underneath just checking the door gap, and you can see now we're getting close to where we want to be. Okay, so closes in just a little bit by probably 1mm just at this end. Maybe, I don't know when I get some paint on it, but it might be alright actually. So flush to the sill, profile wise, tuck that in on the hinge. What you can do if you can't quite get your door flush with your sill, you don't want to do any major mods, you can oversize your door hinge bracket holes. I don't know if I'm 14mm there. I oversized the holes, which allowed me to get the door closer, snugger to the sill, so when you run your finger down there, that profile's the same. I just couldn't quite get it, so I just took a few mil off the door hinge. That's on this side, and you can shove your bolts across a little bit. It's a little tip just to get exactly right. So bottom to the sill's good. Up on the door space in here is great, and then on the top is nice and even as well. Don't think you can get much improvement on that. Parallel on the top, and then we've got plenty of clearance here on the scuttle, so that door's gone on great. Not much else to do to that, so we know that we can get a good door fit without any major mods or welding or anything like that. That was the nature of that exercise. So I offered it up, used a crank handle 13. Is it in there? There it is. See that 13 spanner there? That just helps you get into the door bolt fixings a bit easier. You can use a socket as well. Don't use a flat end spanner or a straight ring spanner. Use a crank one. It's easy to get in to all these bolts. So a few adjustments were made in the movement on the hinges to get that where we were. It didn't go straight on, it just required some jiggling. But it didn't require, and it doesn't require any alterations as such other than that hinge that I just pointed out. So great for the doors. They just need refurbing now, the doors. So we'll get those nicely refurbished. We might strip them or soda blast them down. Then when it goes to the body shop, they've got something to work with that's in the zone. So great for that side. So though, if we can get as good a result on the other side, I'll be very happy. Spot weld wise, let's open up and have a look at what we've been doing with the spots. Now we can open that door. In we go here. You can see these spots straight away. There they are, nicely squashed in. Now I've put a screwdriver between it and tried to break them, and it tears well, it's starting to tear the metal, this one. So I quickly knocked that back. That was a test to see if they'll break apart. They're obviously not breaking apart, so we're solid on the spots. Take you in on the spots. So really happy about that. We can now progress with the spots on the back door. I don't know what stage I was at, it's not opened for a while. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's just ready for getting the welder in. That's the next job tomorrow. So I'll leave that just for this evening. It's only a quick couple of hours tonight. Kind of get off, get something to eat and get out. So great results there. It's really, really good. Nothing's challenging. It's all coming together as I wanted to. Especially with the spot welds and the door gaps. I'm very pleased with those two things. Really good, what can I say? But perfect. Really good. Right, I'll do some more footage tomorrow. So knock off for now. Over and out. Alright, 13mm spanner. Continuing on with these door gapping. Before I take off the doors, what I wanted to do was just make sure that there's any metal work that needs doing on the doors, we can get it out of the way now, so the body shop don't have to do it. They can just be doing the sanding and the filling. So because we're doing the spot welds today on this side, got the rack up on the top to hold the spot weld. I wanted to just sign the doors off. So to do that, I've had the trusty 13mm block of wood for a little bit of bashing, and some grey primer which I managed to pick up. We need the grey primer to get the coach line, so we're going to spray in the grey primer on the side. Well, I've already done that actually. Then I'm going to look down the coach lines and around the gaps. I'll bring the camera in for that, but we're going to be looking at this line. I want to see it following all the way through. We're going to be looking at the gaps and see what they're like. And if we need to make any adjustments, we'll be making them now. So now, thanks to G2 Mac, he says get some better angles. So we've got the tripod back. It's just that it's a bit tight in here. If you have a look around, we're kind of like walled in, but it does get nice and snug and warm. There's not a lot of room. So that's why I've not been doing as much tripod work as on the other swampy videos. But I'm sure we can accommodate, no problem. Appreciate the feedback on that, by the way. That's a good point that was made on the YouTube, so we always thank your comments, good or bad, don't worry about it. We do pretty well to please everybody the best we can. I'm going to pick the tripod up, we're going to carry it across. I'm going to show you what I mean. So here we go. I've got a battery pack which you often see in my hand. That's because the camera's internal battery USB plug snapped off, so I've soldered across into the camera. And I'm just running it off a sort of remote power pack. I'm going to be getting a new camera soon. Right, here's the grey paint I was telling you about. And let's start from the sills. We'll start from this end. I've got that driver's door on now, so let's have a look how we are. With the grey, you can pick out your line. Now I have adjusted this. You're going to see that this is pretty straight. I follow this through. Alright, you just follow that with your eyes and you can see we're staying parallel wherever it's important without having to do any major mods to the doors. Now if you were building a blooming Rolls Royce, you might say that it drifts out a millimetre here, but that's in the shape of the skin. I'm not going to touch that. It's not that critical. So to get a better view, let's just go down from this end. I always find this is a good viewpoint, is is just to go down low and follow that line. Now let's see what we get. Nothing drastic there. I think that's pretty much consistently parallel. See what I mean? Okay, so we're happy with the door bottom to the sill, which is really the best you're going to get, and you've got to really get that right. And then we're happy between the two doors there, and then we're going to look at the back quarter and see if we're happy with that back quarter setup. So we're lucky that we don't get the normal Cortina kick out here, which a lot of them do, so I'm pleased that that's flush. Still flush there. Right, we lose it a touch as it comes in on this corner. Now I've took a little bit off with a belt sander. I've just shaped that edge. It was a little bit rough, so I've just shaped it, but I daren't go in anymore. You start to expose the skin. Now you can braze that edge. When this door comes off, I might take that in just a little bit more, then cap it with braze, and then let the body shop guy then just file it to suit, knowing that you can come back a bit on the braze infill. Might do that. We'll have a see. So, but it's not bad. I think I'm happy with it as it is. Following up them, still parallel, and here now it starts to close, but again, just on this corner I've took a little bit off with the belt sander, it's probably just 1/2 mil, just cleaned it and just slightly brought that shapeness in. You can perhaps just see one little bit there. Again, we've got room, we can just tune that a bit more. This gutter trim's always very close to the top of the door chrome strip. Now I've tapped this back with a block of wood by coming in here and just tapping it back a little bit. Only a touch though, as much as I think I can get away with, just to try and increase that clearance there, because they often hit there. So I'll be putting the weather trim on just to see if it's going to hit it. So the weather trim comes out a little bit more, but I've often seen them catch there. The Swampy was the same, very close. But on the whole, there's nothing to actually do structurally or anything like that, and there's nothing to weld on the doors, so they don't need the skins cutting anything, pulling back or anything like that. If anything, it's just a slight touch up on one of the corners, so I can let these doors go really. Here I took a little bit off because the door skin itself deformed and came down. I don't know why they do that, but they're just the way it's pressed perhaps, but it just slightly lost the straight edge. So I again, only very gently with the belt sander, came in and just tidied that edge up. Here's the, just coming up now with the belt sander, if you can. So I just came in using the flat edge of it, adjusted on the hinges, and I'm happy with that. There's not a problem with it really. We've got your trim coming up there as best we're going to get it. You can get a bit of movement on that top frame. It's a little bit forgiving. You can stretch it a bit, but all that really is going to work. I can't see any problems here. We've not got the wing on. I could get the wing on. But what I'm going to do is, rather than start getting distracted up this end, I'm going to just finish this back. So that means doing the spot welds. So I think it's doors off again now. Although when you've set them all up, you don't want to take them off. You know, you think, oh wow, I'll never get it back, but we will get it back. It wasn't that difficult, to be fair, to do. So I'll take the doors off and then get you in on the spot welding. We'll finish off that sill spot weld. Okay, so back on the tripod for that for you, and some lighting inside the car, and we'll come in up close with the spot welder and show you what we'd do with that. Right, that's that door off. I'm going to store these now out of the way. There's your door. Next one. Just loosen those off there. Okay, next store. Just had to see those go. Really nice then. Grabbing it. Away we go with that one. Right, we're ready. Right, we're inside. So this edge is already done. I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to have a look at the way the spot welds have been forming. Then we're going to show you the welder coming in, clamp along this edge to finish off that sill, and also we'll get this attached. We'll get some welds in here. We can't spot weld on this bottom of this B post, so we're going to plug it back on, and then we're going to do the top edges of the B post back onto the sill, finish that job, clean the welds up, and then sill is finished. So what I'll do now for you is I will get the spot welder lined up, bring the spot welder down, and we'll see how we go on with that. In the meantime, lifting you up and away we go here. So we're just going to have a look at the spots. There they are, you can just see them in coming in there, so that's the kind of effect we're getting. It's pretty good. Right, I'll go and get the spot welder now. Okay, here we are with the spot welder, and it's on its bungee strap. You can see I've just got that nicely counterbalanced. So the name of the game is just to get one in here first on this B pillar. A good fixing on that, ready to secure it. Just slide that spot welder out and way to the right hand side. So here we are. These are going to get plugged because the spot welder won't go in. This corner's just got enough room to get a little pinch on it. So what I'll do, I've got the crock sander. I'm just going to sand the front edge of the bottom of the B pillar, and we just slide that spot welder a bit further back. Now this just gets us a clean surface. Key with your spot welder is make sure you've got clean metal wherever you can get it. I've just powered the unit up now. Make sure you've got clean metal wherever you can get it. Everything's snug there, so it's ready to receive the weld. So I'm going in. Going to line this up. Grab that skirt. Just slide across a little bit more. Once I'm happy with the line up, squeeze the trigger. See that going through lovely. That's now spot weld. So that corner's in. That's punched in. I don't know if you can see it from there, but you see the imprint of the weld and how it's drawn the metal together. Here, clamped it tight. So we're ready there. So where else we're going to be going? Right, we're going to move along, get the spot welds out of the way first. So we're going to do the edge here. I'll reposition camera now for that. Hold on. First job, clean up the edge where the welder's going to meet again. Right, so I took the paint off there. We're ready now to receive some fun and games in the shape of the welder. Coming across, and I go alternate and then infill, just to spread out the loading. Okay, so I'm going in now, grabbed on, locked onto the position that I wanted to be at. Hit the button. So our first one. Look, see how I'm looking. Don't touch because too hot, but there you go. One spot in. Move along. I'll pick another few down. Okay, another one in. That's pretty much, that's the procedure. I'll get you from another angle as well now. So that's two. Right, I'm clamped in. I'm ready to get some MIG welding into those holes there because we can't get the spot welder in, and they're already drilled out anyway. So we're just going to MIG lined up, and we're going to get some plugs in there now. That's the B pillar plugging back to the inner sill. Okay, that's those plugs nicely in position there. Now we'll go round to the other side and we'll get the top ones coming in from the top. I'll take you around there now for that one. Right, see those Tech screws which we're using just to hold it in, as you saw earlier. So before we take them out, of course, we'll get a plug in. So this was drilled from the back, so it didn't have the holes where the spot welds were, because this got removed from the back. So we'll re-drill some plugs there. I've got them on the front. We need a couple in the top now. So just get my spot weld drill out and we'll send some holes through those. There's one. This other one's almost through. Be a tricky one, this. There we go. Let's blast that out right, we're clear there. So let's get those in and pull that techie screw out. Two plugs going in there now for the B pillar. Right, we'll take that Tech screw out now and re-drill through there. Just changing drill bits. There's the sound. It'll be warm, so be careful there. Have to grab that with pliers. That out. Now we're clear for another plug back to the spot weld drill bit. Doesn't have to be spot weld drill bit, I suppose. ready for the plug. I'll show you where we are. It's difficult because I can't find anywhere to put the camera. There's nowhere I can actually mount the camera, I'm afraid. We're going to have to get a mag mount for it. But anyway, we've got them on. We're just going to do one more there, then we're going to work our way around the front. Sorry about this, but unfortunately there's nowhere for the camera to go, nowhere to put it. It needs something like a magnet here. I can just clamp that on, so we'll do that next. We'll build a magnet clamp for this because this tripod isn't working. Sorry, but the tripod's just not having it. It's not going to work. It's actually causing problems for me as I'm working. So mag mount's needed, or a cameraman, one or the other. Right, I've managed to rig up a mag mount using an old light magnet bracket. We're on. I've got the camera up stuck on the RSJ. So I'm just going to finish off doing the aid panel to Sill. There's a couple more plug welds to put in. In fact, well, there's just one more to go in there. They're all done on the big post, so there's just one more here. Another plug. So remember, the plugs are what we grind back later on. Gloves on. Don't even try it without gloves. Just burn your arms. There's no point. Mag mount light, second one now. Let's take over, see if we can get that in. So just nice bit of light on the situation. There we go. There we go. Right. I'm ready for this one. Here we go. That's that plugged up. Might just a little bit more there, just the edge of it. That's better. That's the one. Right, we're in there. Now what else have we got to do welding wise? Done all the spots along here. That's fixed securely, B-pillar's fixed securely. I think we're on with the back of the, I'm going to move you up there now. Let's see how transportable this new camera pack is. Let's go and give it a move about, get you set up somewhere else. Right, plugging out for three holes in for the bottom. This is the ski jump attaching to the bottom of the, there's actually your ski jump coming down, attaching to the bottom of there. We're going to get some plugs into that. There's a few on the side here. We took these out from the back, so that's why there was no plug holes already in them. So we just need a few here. Right, so I'm ready to put some welds in that. There's a hole to fill just there, and then that area is done. We're ready for brazing in the corner. A little corner where the arch comes down, meets the sill. We've got to braze that corner in. We've got some gas, so we can do that. I've got some rods, so we'll do that, and then we'll finish this side. Then the sill's all attached. I think that's it. I'm just running through my mind, seeing if there's anything I've missed, but I don't think so. Oh, there's one in this corner here, on there. One more weld to get in there. We're nearly there now. Okay, so that's what we're on with. Taking you up. There's our ski jump. Drilled out, ready to accept the plugs in from earlier on, and then that final plug at the end, it went in there. I think that's it for that end. So that will be the sill all welded back on, which would complete the sill installation. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the welder across here now, get the light set up, and I'm going to plug that in. Okay, here we go. Right, we're in, over, ready to rock there. Let's switch the light. 3 plugs going in. Set the light is set, gloves on. Let's get some nice welds going here. Gas and torch are set just how I like them. Going in now. Those 3 in, side 2. Side 2, one little bad boy over here. Okay, right then, done, plug, done. Yeah, I can clean them welds up now. Let's get them buzzed down. Probably crock sander's best for those. Flat wheel won't get in quite as good, I don't think. Okay, right, I'm just taking these down with a sander. I'm gonna, just to speed things up, use the flat wheel on this edge just to get the tops off. Then I'll go in closer with the belt sander there, you see, so it just takes a little bit of time. Don't think I can get the flat wheel in on this side. Probably can here, so I'll just take the tops off with a flat wheel now. Okay, coming up. Next job is the brazing job. If you look here now, back arch meets the wheel tub there, you'll see where the factory put the braze in. We're going to be going in and just getting that to attach to the sill and taking it round here and attaching it at the back there. So a little brazing job. The porta pack's here ready to go. We're all switched on. There's going to get a light now. Fire it up and then I'll get my torch and then we're going to braze in, fix that up so it's factory finish. Just putting in the braze now. Putting it in where it should go. Down this edge. Just taking the braze round this corner. I'm going to put more on than I need and just smooth that off after. Bit of fluxes in there too. It should cool off. Right, we've gone round with the braze there. I've put too much, I'm just getting back into doing it, so that's why the lot of it's blobbed down, and that'll just clean up. You can see where it's gone in. So that's that brazing job. I've got to buzz that off. I could melt it off if I wanted. I'll melt it off. Hold on. Whew. That's it. Stop and then restart. Right, Sean's going to come in here. So, well, we need the light as well, we can't see much. Just in there, there's your braze line done. So we're rocking and rolling there. Brazing on. Rock and load, Sean, la. He's here. Filled up. Right, so we carry on, Sean carries on just getting this back, so we're looking out for any rocks, just taking as much back as we can, and then we'll start getting into that tricky area there behind that valance. We have to be picking away at that, and don't forget the soda blast comes in anyway, so if we miss anything that soda blast should take it out, but we want to just do the donkey work on it. And I'm looking at this now, taking this back to bare metal. I've just had the little sander on it and then the wire wheel, and we find pitting on here. So I'm going to try brazing in those pits rather than starting to go through with a MIG. I'm going to cap these with braze and see if we can get this looking pit 3 here. I'll leave this edge because there's some spot welds down there, so we don't want to try and repair any holes this side really until we've got the spot welds out. You see those craters? I want to get rid of those and get that really smooth. So I'll get the brazier on that now and we'll see how that comes along. Sean will be filming. Okay, we're back on. So I'm just going to work on, I've done a little bit of brazing as you saw there. We was up at end, weren't we? Just doing this, these pinholes on this cap. I've done a few, we'll sand them back off later on, those brazed caps. But I'm going to take this sill off next because it's got to be done. We did the other side and you saw that. So why have we got to take it off? Well, you have a look down here to see why. There's a dent in it there for starters. Okay, you could pull it out, but look, holes, filled up holes, and then a join here at the end where they've put a piece of metal in and made a bit of a botch, you can see. So even the straightest cars can be deceiving. That sill, I'm not happy, I don't want to fix it, I want it off, I want a new one on. So what I'm going to do is get the angle grinder slitting disc. I'm just going to start cutting sections out. So I'm going to make a cut in the middle, a cut down, then I'm going to start folding and breaking that out. We can get to various spot welds by opening this up. If you needed to save the panel, you couldn't do that, you'd have to take every single spot weld off, complete unit, but easier for us to just cut out with some lines there, with some slit lines, and then just start breaking it down exactly the same as did with the other side. So be a bit quicker this side. So I'll set the camera up on tripod and we'll start getting some action shots in of cutting this sill off. So starting straight from the beginning, sill removal. Here we go on this section of the video, sill removal. So I'll mount you up on the tripod and we'll get moving on that. Got a few little bits. We've made a tripod out of an old CCTV camera stand, some high power magnets on the bottom, and we're off. So I can poke that there. I've got a selfie stick too, which we acquired at Christmas time, which is quite handy. We'll run you up on the selfie stick in a minute as well. All getting high tech here. Right, let me get the angle. Jim, what do you think of the selfie stick? High tech. I can go round and mess about. So a bit better for everybody. We were saying it was getting a bit dull on the angles. I can extend out. It's all high tech stuff, basically a broom handle. Nothing clever about that, but look what we can do. So here we are. This sill's got to come off. I'm getting the cutting disc ready, 1mm slitting disc on the angle grinder, and then we'll take cut section at a time. I'll just do this front area first. Slice down, start and then open it up. We can get to the spot welds on this. If you look on here, you've got spot welds along the bottom of the front A panel. You'll be able to open those up. You've got some down the other edge of the A panel where we were brazing it there. So I'm going to break that out as cleanly as we can. As I said, another tripod here for close up work. So may as well get on with it. Let's get cutting. Okay. Right, so let me take those earplugs out. So we're in with the first cut. The reason I did this is just so I can start to see what I'm up against. You'll find it's probably a good sill up this end, which is such a shame to do it. So there we've opened up a cavity. Let me just get the torch. Just bear with me, I'm just going over the other side there. Grab the mag torch. Coming back over. Right, let's have a little look inside the fella. I can see that straight away that the inner sill's good, and this sill up here is good actually. Such a shame really that it rotted down that end to open it up, but it isn't a big deal. See a blob of filler in there, look at that. What that was about was a pinhole there, and they've filled it by the looks of things. Yeah, there's rot up this end, so not a lot though, but it's there anyway, and away we go anyway. So opened that up, and what I'll do now is simply just get the spot welds on this edge here, take them off one at a time. With this torch I can see them quite clearly, so we'll get the spot weld drill bit out, then take that piece off, and then we'll just keep working our way down, do it that way. And with it being separated like this as well, I can flex it a bit and pop the welds if they don't quite go, and then you can start to see what you're up against. As you know, with this being open, I can now get to the spot welds that hold it to the front of the A-pillar a lot easier than drilling them from the other side. They're just clearer to see from this side. It's much the same as the earlier videos on Ruby where I'm taking the other sill off. There's nothing really new. I don't think we're going to learn, but I may as well go through it again anyway. Just so you've got extra footage. You've got both sides of the sills being recorded. So if you're doing this at home, it just increases your chances of spotting something. And I might do it slightly different this side because I can't quite remember the order I did it. But anyway, that's ramble. Let's just get on with this. So spot weld drill bit is the next item we're going to get. Hold on, hoping you can get it from this angle. Torch facing the front now, and then just looking for the usual suspects of our spot welds on the front. I'll take them out one at a time. This is a little bit buried, these ones I noticed. Looks a bit tricky. But we'll see. Yeah, hard to spot. Definitely got one there. There's lots to do. Spot weld drill bit's getting a bit weak, so I'll swap to a tighter one, a sharper one should I say. We'll pause you while we take these out, okay? I'm just driving a screwdriver through there, and that puts tension on the spot weld, so a little bit at a time you can just reveal where they all are, because we're not hitting them there. These are quite hidden this side, so I'm just using a screwdriver and a hammer. Pretty simple setup, just to separate out the edge of these spot welds there. So I'll keep going, and then we'll ping this piece off. So I'm just teasing it out to see where the welds are catching, and we can chisel or break them apart and slowly rock that piece out. Okay, a little bit more drilling there, and what I've done as well, I've just struck down with the chisel to create a full cut line. Where the angle grinder goes in, you couldn't really take it any more because you cut the back of the inner floor edge. So I've just chiselled down, and now we should be able to break this out. That gets us our first section of the day off. You can hear those pinging now. Just rock that off. You should get it. So we're good up that end. See, that's what the advantage is of slitting it. It's a lot quicker. So there we go for the first piece, and then there's some cleaning up to do where the rest of them have snapped, but we can do the same. We can open this up now, and I can see the top of the A-pillar spot welds. I'll be heading for those as well soon, and also the front lip, the bottom of the door here. So we're going to have to get a few of those out so that can continue this piece. So what I might do is get this off next, because that's the tricky bit as well. That's always hard to spot. So I'm going to break away at the top here, then I'm going to knock this down and break it away to see where the spot welds are on this one. So here we go for that. Okay, we've got them out of that section. We've got the inner piece out of that section, just spot weld there on that edge, and then there's a couple more, but what I managed to do is pull the front edge of the sill, then curl it round with some locking pliers. So we just locked on and curled it, and I snapped the welds out this bottom of the A post by just woggling it. It was a lot easier than having to find them and drill them there. So we've got that piece out. Now lower edge here on the A panel, I've just ground it back, or say ground it back, wire brushed it back to show me the dimples for the spot welds. You can also see them on the inside. Get the light on there, you can see them. So I'm going to drill those out now. We're going to try and break another section out, and that's that tricky front end piece done. As we work towards the back until we get to the B post, it's quite straightforward. We can crack that out. So I'm going to drill these spot welds here now, and then we're going to try and break another section out. Let's see if we can do that. Also light on there, drill on there, see if I can get through. There's one. Try and get that. That's one of them. I think there's another one here. Just feeling on the inside for it. Looks like it's there. Any more? It's those two. There's the ones on top. Any on the front? I don't know if there's any on the front there. Probably will be. There's 3 in at the top. I'll just get you off the tripod. I'll show you where we are coming off the tripod. Magnets are strong on that. Where are we? So you can see, you see those quite clearly on the camera? I'm going to drill them from the top. There's where we broke it away from the inside. There's one nice one hidden just inside here. I'll show you with the chisel just about here. You've got one, and then we can start to get this piece down. So I'll get those, what looks like 3 there. How have we got on the front? I think there's probably one more. There's bound to be one on this edge. Well, I can't quite see it. But we can fold that, start to snap it off, okay? Right, going back onto the tripod again. Right, so you're set up. You're all there. My light in a bit more. There's one. Another one. One more there. Right, well, I screwed that up, so I've gone straight through. I didn't want to do that. It doesn't matter, it's getting plugged. Okay, where does that take us now, everybody? Should start to break this off. I'll do another cut with the angle grinder. I'll go a piece at a time on that. Another cut with the angle grinder. Right, we are, hello. A little more to take off. This little one here, this little bad boy is going to go. I'll just get my gloves on in a sec because we're on sharp metal now, so let's get the gloves on for that bad boy. Just took a few more spot welds off and chip this back, slice that back, slice and snap, so that one's out of the way. Gives me a little bit more room. Now I'm starting to break apart the front section. This bit going backwards is going to be pretty easy. This front section, let's take you in, grabbing the camera, coming on in, put the screen, so light on so you can see what's going on. Right, we're tackling those welds there, they've broke, that's free. There's one or two more up in the corner, and then the fun part, take the inside, as I said, we did this already on the other side, but we've got those. I've got 6 there, a couple more on the edge there. Just have to feel my way through. That's broke free now, so we should be able to extract out the front section of the sill and break it apart and pull it out. Then we can start working our way up this end. I'll slice right in the middle of the sill, drill what spot welds I can see, and then snap the rest. Same on this side, this section coming in, so we'll just drill along that edge and snap that out. You can see them quite clearly on here with the light at the right angle, so I'll take those out now actually while I can see them good. Hold on with me now and we'll break this this other driver's door section, well, passenger side actually. We'll take that out. See them in the light? I don't know if you can. Let's get them off anyway. Let's do that next. Right, let's just lift that up a little bit for you. The rest of them spot welds along there gone now. Just felt my way along with a screwdriver and we're going to just there we go. So that's that piece cleanly out. It's still attached just a little bit to the edge of the rest of the sill where the angle grinder. Didn't want to go in too close, so I hit the inner sill. There was just a little section that was attached, but that's not a problem. So there you go. See, it was not in bad order, that. Shame. Got to be done though. So off we go with that. Giving us a nice clean area now. Let's take you in. Hello. In. Whoa, that magnet's strong. Let me pull it off the RSJ. More of the same. Let's get the light. So cleaning up there, getting it off, and then now let's have a look at trying to get this tricky piece out. We're trying to take as much as we could off. I'm going to grip it with some self-locking pliers and start wobbling it and feel for the rest of the welds, see where they're hidden. Okay, so I'll get some self-lockers now. I'll take you in on the camera. I'll set the camera up on the tripod just above this area. Let's see what we can. Right, you're joining us virtually overhead. I've lost my other glove, by the way. Oops. So I'm just going to see what's going and what's not, what's hot and what's not. Those have gone there, you can see that lifting away. I've got to work my way into here, folding up there. Let's get the locking pliers on and have a little bit of a mooch. Grip in here, just coming in on right to your screen there. Okay, so I've got plenty of movement on the inside on that lip, so I've hit them okay. It looks like we're caught on a few on this front edge. Might be able to wobble those off, so move the gripping pliers to the front and just see if we can get anything. Nothing there just yet. Increase the tension on the gripping pliers. Looks like it's this edge here. I'm just on it now. I'll take my glasses off. So yeah, I can see a little bit there, but the main bit at the front has gone. My locking pliers are these Hanson ones. They're pretty good, but just got to get the knack of using them. There's a little adjuster screw here which adjusts your tension, and it's the opposite way to what you think. So every time I do it, I'm messing it up. Just trying to get some locking force on the pliers. It's the wrong way. We'll get there. So we're in on the top, car's flipped up. You can do this without a spinner. I've done a Mk3. Whoops, sorry I hit the camera. I've done a Mk3 without having it on a rotary, but it's just a lot easier. Let's see from that. So I'll pause it for a sec, there's not much going on there. And I'll reinstate filming once I've got some action to show you. Oh, we're getting a peel up here now. Oh, there's something. Stay with us, guys, stay with us. We've got something going on. We're peeling back, see. I just want to take it easy, but we're peeling back. Right, so we definitely hit a spot where there, I couldn't see that one. Let's get in here and see what we can peel back. There's another one there, that's the one I did before that I've drilled. It's obviously not popped it. I can see here's good. I'm going to get this clear Just chisel off the edge of that and then we'll resume in a sec. Hold on. Okay, we're looking good. I'll show you where it was caught, just on the very edge of that. See the spot weld had come in under, but it did have over, put the spot weld on the edge, so that was just gripping it. Then chisel through this way, and let's get back for you. I sent the chisel in that way. Obviously, as I said, on the inside, this side on those inners was about 6, so you need to get them first. They're quite easy to get dead on them because it's quite pronounced spot weld. So that would break the inside lip free, and then I think there was one more at the back, but the chisels ruptured it going in that way because you've got pretty good solid A panel there to go against. So I need to drive the chisel in, ping, and then we should be able to. I'll have to get you back on the tripod now. We should be able to take you in, and this should come out. Can't see any reason why not. It's moving everywhere, look. So I think that's a goner. We can grip onto that, then tap it and pull that piece out. So I'm going to lock on there, then I'm going to tap back. See that going? Good night. That's how you get it. So there we are, nice and clean. Take you in, look at that. Oof. There we are, weren't too bad. That was the other one there. Look at the back there, on top of that A panel. See, that's always the tricky one there. Right inboard. I always break them. Forgot about that one. I did it on the other side. Done it on my Mk3 Green Cortina. Snapped it off. So that's it. So you're clean there, and good metal. That's a good report. They're all nice and solid inside there, no rot. So great, ready for the sill to go in. Clean here too, so good there. Clean that edge up, we'll just bash that back straight. So that's nicely extracted. That went pretty well. There's the offending article. Front edge of the sill there. You can see where those two. There's the one that ripped out, just on the edge. Got that one bang on, that one missed. So there we are with that. And now we can move on. This area's away. We can start working our way back here now. So let's do that. Let's make another cut here, and then we'll do the same, and we'll get into the top of the B pillar next, and we'll open that up, and we'll get to them spot welds there on the top of that B pillar. And then we're nearly away at the back. So going pretty fast. Sill extraction, nice and clean. Okay. Okay, that doesn't have to be a straight cut, it's just enough so you can just fold it up. So I'm just going to open that up and see what we've got. Just get that chisel and then open that up. Just take the tension up on the rotary, a little bit of movement in the rotary. You'll find that inner strengthening piece as well inside there. I should have the other glove on, so don't copy what I'm doing without a glove. So open that corner. You can see some rot already and some botches. There's a lot of filler in there. And push back on this. We've got that inner section strengthening it, that's spot welded to the base of the sill. We'll be popping that off as well. So I'm going to start breaking off these spot welds here by drilling them and getting to the bottom of this, the reinforcing sectioning piece. That's the bottom of the B pillar, inner support for the sill. That's to carry the forces straight through the chassis. That's spot welded on at the bottom, so we'll take those off too. And we should be able to flip that top cover off, then fold this back, then drill through the top of the B pillar spot welds, and then break away the bottom piece once we took off these lower spot welds as well. So that's the name of the game. I'll jump to it. There's not much to really show you there. We're going to take them spot welds out, find the ones at the bottom of the B pillar, get them from this side and break the whole lot free. So next clip you'll see this all off, and we can carry on working our way to the back. You can see where the box repair is now. It's coming clear. There's a big piece of metal been shoved in the back of the back here. That's the reason why I had to replace the sill. The rest of it's pretty solid, and as I said, it's a shame to actually pull this off, but I just wanted to put a whole complete sill in. I didn't want to start fixing the back end of this sill, and I wanted to see what it was like on here as well. I wanted to see the condition of this. It sounds extreme for what I've done, but I know it's going to be right, and you never know, there could have been some hidden stuff. So we had the sills. It's not a major job, and also it'll give us a chance to possibly adjust the B pillar if we have to for a better door gap. You never know, that might come in as a bonus as well. So let's see. We're running low on battery power now for this clip, so what I'm going to do, switch off, because the battery's going to kill on me halfway through. So I'll switch off, although actually I'm showing a better battery again there now. Okay, you might get this clip before the day's out. Let's drill and let's break off. See you in a sec for that. Right, we're up to the B pillar area now. So went through these spot welds at the front, then came in at the top for these ones, which are clearly imprinted. When you've got all the sill ripped away, you can get to it. Then inside the car, you've got about 6 along the inner of the B post, and then a couple on the edge of the inner sill. Once you've drilled those out as accurate as you can, start to I've then angle ground back. I've slit away a section, removed the right hand side and the left hand side of me, so they were both clear. So my hands are coming in here straight over the B post to get the last piece, which is now cut out as its own individual piece. I've split it apart, just gone in here. There's the screwdriver coming into this edge, and that's split that piece. I broke it away from the front. There was a little one that tore here just on the front, so I'll see if I can get you a better shot where I mean. Just there where it tore the edge of the B pillar, that's okay, because they must spot weld right at the edge of it, so you get that little lip. So I'm just going to put the grips on and hopefully snap this piece out. I think there's a couple of stubborn welds which just haven't quite gone, so we're just going to finish it off. There's just one more left in that corner. Just must have missed it. Look, it went then. There we go, that's gone. So that's it, we're off with that section. There we go, that's off. You can see the original primer or paint there. You can see how it's starting to rot as well inside. Okay, so let's take you up and away. So about the jump, that's just because it's on a magnet, it suddenly flies off. So there we go, exposed, no rot on the inner sill, with the surface there, good edge to attach to still. So we're great and solid on our edge, and no B post rot, clean. So a good B post, well separated there. A little bit where I've caught it, see, but I'll bash that straight, it's not a big deal. That just leaves us with this final section that you can see has been botched up. Look what we've got going here, some folded metal. So quite straightforward job to remove these final welds. Cut away from here because it probably isn't welded anymore to the tub, but they are normally welded to the tub at the end, which means you couldn't flap that back, so you'd probably do one cut there and flap it back just to get to the welds then for inside here, the ski jump, the last part of the section. So that's the way I've done it, because I can rotate, and because I can get to everywhere upside down. I've done it this way by dissecting the sill as opposed to bringing it off in one complete unit. I have done them all in one complete unit before when the car's been on the ground, and it can be done. It's not quite as easy as this, but it can be done. Key to doing it if you're on the ground and not got the rotary is really positively identify the spots, so you're 100%, and if you drill every single one you should just pop it out. This way I didn't identify them as much because I was folding and breaking off and snapping them off, so I didn't need to go crazy on identifying every single one, but I got enough to break the structure up and then left a few to snap, just to save a bit of time. So that's how we are with that. Just this final section which I'll do now, and that'll wrap it up for today, and we'll get on tomorrow for some more, start cleaning this up, prepping it. I'll bring the sill along and we'll get that sill lined up, see how it looks, and then we can repair the end of this tub here. We'll see what damage the end of the tub has. It's not as bad as the other side, but we might be able to repair that. We'll see how bad it is. Right, let me put the angle grinder in and slice this open and break those spot welds at the top. Just down there. Well then, look at this when I folded this up. Thought that might have been the original sill repaired. The filler gave it away, but peel up and look what we got, even on a mint car. Look at that. So there's your cover sill. Banged on. To cover that rot, didn't even clean it up, it just straight over. Full of filler here. So I'll be looking forward to pulling that out, but look at that. Okay, so that's why we're pulling the sill off. I couldn't have had that knocking about on the car and I wouldn't have known how far they'd gone. So let me peel back the rest of it now so I can get to the top of the ski post spot weld, and I'll extract this piece then. Okay, so botches are uncovered, and I didn't even drill the spot welds on that because there's another set underneath. This was just glued on. This shitty piece was, sorry, this horrible piece was just glued on. Look at that. Oh, it's nice to pull that off. Oh, look at that big, oh, the fibre fill. Oh, look. Nice. There it is. There it is. Is any car immune from It's the Mesh? It's the Mesh. We're in. Sound the mesh alarm. It's the mesh alarm. Jimbo! Oh guys, new angle for you. We're upside down. We're upside down. Excuse me, I am just on the one of those RSJs I put up there for the spot welder. Excuse me, I haven't got a cold, just a little tickle there. We're going to flat wheel this, the remains of the end of the sill. We're coming in, we're just attacking the bit on the ski jump. Quite often you take the ski jump off with the sill, but the ski jumps on this are good. The ski jump's the curved bit. So I'm keeping that on, and I've got to detach the sill from the ski jump. They normally come assembled most of the time anyway, on forward sills anyway. So I've got to get the spot welds out, which I've got there to separate it from the ski jump, the rest of the inner sill. Not the inner sill, the rest of the sill. But there's still the old remnants of the back of the sill here. Can't quite see any welds, it's that rusty, so we're going to chop away with the flat wheel. We're going to sand away with the flat wheel till it's very thin, and we're going to break it off. So, glasses, goggles, and you got the overhead view up there, so let's get that sanded down. Right, let's see what we've got there. I did that so I didn't damage any of the original structure that's underneath the wheel housing. So as you can see now, I peel back, you can see why we've done it that way. We reveal the remains of the wheel tub. That way, of course, no damage, unnecessary damage to good parts of the wheel tub, because we might be having to remake a little piece for the end of this, just a little square metal panel. So we've got that back, and we can see a little bit more inside the structure, and we can start to break away the rest of this part of the sill. There's repairs to do in here. We'll take you down in a sec. We've got that angle there, so we're going to come back down, unhook off the mag mount, and then in we are there. So we just peeled that back. There's the inner tub salvaged. So we took that off, peeled that back, and now we can see we want to try and get this metal out of here, the remains of the sill. Just leave that area, then clean up this top piece to get that back to how it should be, and we can start rebuilding this area. A plate will have to come off the jacking point. Sorry, plate will have to go in. Hang on. Plate will have to go in. Jacking point off, so we can repair behind it. And then up to that end, you can see someone's put a plate in there already. It's been repaired. There's the MIG wire sticking through where they've MIG'd it on. So we'll do a plate for the back of the wheel housing, a whole new repair piece, same as we did on the other side, and that's done round that area. So we'll undrill the jacking point as well. For now though, I'm going to carry on trying to get this metal out of here. We've got 2 spot welds drilled there. That one's free, it's free at the edge. Got to try and hook that metal out of there now. Let's find the rest of the welds. There could be one in the corner. No, I think I've got that one. So we need to try and extract it. It's obviously still attached with a braze, but we're going to cut back that, then we'll use the brazier to break it free. So I'll just pause a little while I have an investigation on this, and we'll take you up to where we've got. Okay, hold on. Right, you're in with me, and we're just getting the last of the sill off the ski jump. So it broke away on those 2 at the back. There was one awkward one just on the edge, that's gone. So that gives us that piece to move. That's the last part of the sill. Now I'm hoping that should extract. I'm looking on the inside here. There's nothing internally, so the last spot weld could only be here, and I'm sure I've drilled that. So if I grip it with the pliers, I can't see why it won't go. But it's not to say it will. Can't quite tell if we've got any more on there. It's a tricky one, this, because as I said, you might normally take your sill off with the ski jump attached, but as on the other side that we did, this is so good a ski jump that no point breaking up the factory look of the car. So I'm looking at that now, just trying to see what's holding me. I reckon there's one on there hidden somewhere. Might just be locked in with pure force, probably. So it's pivoting, so there's one somewhere in there. It doesn't look like anything else should catch it, but it could be. Seems to be rocking left and right. Looks like we just don't know what's holding that there. Stay with me. See what we got. No, nothing. Can't hear anything pinging. No satisfying ping. Just gonna lever this back to see if I can see anything. Let me bring the light round. Can I see anything there? Not really. No, that should go. It's probably just rocking on the last weld. One of them's not pinged, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab it from this end and I'm going to knock it up. I think that's the best option. Grab here, I'm going to rock it. Try and rock it on that spot. That's the one, did you hear that? We rocked it on the spot. And that got it. So, looks like there was one there. Yep. Well, I didn't know that one was there. Right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it. Down at the back. Couldn't have got it, I don't think. No, inaccessible one. So, it's right in the middle at the back. That's if you're taking it apart. A ski jump. This is your inner sill back end. And it's spot welded to the ski jump. And one of them's quite hidden. So anyway, it's out. That's good. We like that. Okay, next thing we're going to do, got the brazing goggles on now. Just going to put some gloves on, heat gloves, some welding gloves, and we're going to get the oxy acetylene torch out, and we're going to heat the braze up. We've got some braze here which the sill fits into, and obviously it's going to stop the new sill going into place. So we're going to heat that braze up, get it glowing, grab this with the pliers and hopefully pull out the piece of the sill that's remaining in this joint here, because obviously spot welding won't get that out. You've got to heat all that up and pull it out. So we're going to extract that. Gloves on, and I'll just fire up I've got the gas onto the brazing torch, so bear with me on this one. It should go. Trick's just to get that brazing torch flame just right, and then we can pull that out. Okay, so here's the torch ready. You just need to find a lighter, and it's the usual thing of where the hell's the lighter. It's one of those short-term memory situations. You get it ready and you lose the lighter. No, I've got it, it's in my pouch. It's in a little pouch there on the hoodie top. So I'm ready. Stay with me. I know there's nothing happening on screen just yet. I'm just talking off screen. Right, so let's get the brazing torch on. So we just get the acetylene on first. Put the lighter to one side. And just get a little ball of flame on the end. That should be enough to get what we want. Goggles down, pliers at the ready. Hopefully you can see this on screen. Whoops, I just whacked that then. Right, so I'm going to get it glowing, then try and pull. It's on its way now, it's starting to melt. Let's get the pliers on. I think there's a place we can just grip it there. It's tricky with one hand on the brazier and the other hand on the pliers. Let's just get it nicely glowing. I've just flipped down the goggle shields. I'm looking for the place where the braze is all the way around the corner there. Starting to go now, starting to break up. Can I get it? Can I get the pliers on? There goes one piece. I think I might be better off. Oops, I've crashed. I might be better off with a screwdriver and hook it out. Let's try. There's another piece. There it goes. One piece in the corner. Tricky little piece in that corner there. Breaking up. See, that's kicked back at me there a little bit. There we have it. Pulling that out. Let's get that tricky corner out.
Goes another piece. Going nicely, everybody. Oh yes, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. A wire brush would help, I think, on this. I don't think there's anything left there now, guys. What we'll do next, obviously you can't get the wire brush actually in the flame, it'll melt the wire brush, but I might be able to. We might be alright there. Nice flame going. And now round to the edge. Hopefully you can still see this. Apologies if you can't, but to line the camera up the best I can. Just going around the back end now. Let's have a look at that, goggles up. I think we're there. A little bit at the back. That's just solid metal now. That's it, everybody. Let's switch off. It'll pop now. About to pop. Right, so I'm going to take it. Let me just get these gloves off. Hopefully you caught all that. It's a long video, this one. There's a lot on it. So all the braze is now melted out. Just letting the camera stabilise for you so you can see. So all the braze is melted out of the old sill line. So when the new sill comes in, it's going to slot behind the bottom of that triangle shape, that right angle you can see in the corner there, and it will drop into this recess, and then you fill that recess with braze. So that's how it fits on there. It's ready to accept the braze join. So there's no damage on that bit, the damage starts further up. I'm hoping I can fabricate a piece for this. So there we have all that removed. You can see clearly everything's out. There might be a little bit in that corner on your screen, middle left, just a little bit to poke out so that you've got a nice slot for the sill to dig into and slot in. So that's that. What we'll do now, we'll flap wheel off the remains of that top sill there, and then we can start to take off the jacking point, and then we're going to have to bring the sill into the workshop, and then we're going to have to make a piece to repair this, or we're going to have to find the end of a tub. Now that's unlikely because all tubs, new old stock ones, can't be broken up because they're so rare. You couldn't do it. So unlikely that any scrap car will have that section because they always rot. So we're going to have to make that piece. I think Gareth from Mk3 Cortina may be able to help us with this fabrication piece. I'll go and talk to him about that. Hopefully he can. In the meantime, flat wheel back on now, and we'll clean that back up. So I'll switch back to tripod stuck on the car, and you can follow us through on that. Okay, going in to clean this up.
Treat yourself by downloading the Radio Player app. You'll get all your favourites plus extra digital stations wherever you go. Download the Radio Player app today.
To find out more, visit getdigitalradio.com.
If you love radio, go digital.
Okay, coming back down.
From Julie, Happy New Year to everyone.
So then, cleaned up, just got all the excess off there. And now it's time to pull off the jacking point so we can start building the repair panel for the back. We'll get the spot welds on the jacking point next. Let's see if we can find them. Tricky to find spot welds on the jacking point. Tricky to get jacking point spot welds. Just have to get some sandpaper and bring him up just so I can try find the dimples. The last one now, I just think there's two more at the top, but that metal at the top's all coming away anyway, it's that thin, so I might just snap it back on that one. I've got that one there, I think that's it. I don't really know. It's proving tricky to get off the jacking point. Starting to go, but this is going to be a slow process, easing this off. So we're just working on that. I'm just going to jump ahead on the video while we find the rest of the welds. There could be one more here, there should be really one too, but I seem to remember on the other side I didn't have one there. So I've hit one here that hasn't cracked yet, so I'm going to get the chisel up, slowly tap it. I don't want to damage the back panel. Now half this metal's getting cut off, but the lower piece is intact, so we don't want to damage that. Okay, leave that with me, I'll get right on it for you. Jacking point. Okay, just so you know, there's a weld, actually just a tack weld on it as well, just there at the top, but we've got the welds here now. There was one there, there was one behind here but it snapped, so there was one but there's no imprint here, so that was just, had to wobble it and it snapped. It wasn't a strong one, that's probably why it's not imprinted. Well, there is a faint mark there, so it's gone there, gone there, gone there, gone there. So it's just going to get the angle grinder with cutting disc and just slice that little piece of blob weld off on both sides, and that should come off. Most of the metal behind it's getting replaced, but let's get that light there for you. Anyway, we'll cut those little spot welds off now. Let's get a still shot of that for the record. Right, so that'll be off in a sec. Hold on. Okay, let's have a review of what we've done. Coming in here, remember what we did? We got that front end of the sill out, so that came out, and then we cleaned up and pull the rest of the sill off there, going along, take you in, and then we worked our way to the back. We did the B pillar, so in on the B pillar there, see. And we carried on going along to the end, and now we are at this point, which is the jacking point. So we cut that off, or we drilled that off. Tricky, actually tore off at the top. There's a lot of spot welds on the top of your jacking point. I didn't get them, the metal was that rusty, it just snapped it. So I'll clean that back, I'll file that back to get that clean. Okay, so that left us with this here. There's a bit which broke away. So what we do, we cut down here now on the angle of the floor pan as the floor pan comes down here in this little alcove. Cut back there and then down here, remove that, then we make a template, drop a piece of sheet metal in there, and we join it on the edge of the floor fold. There's a right angle on the floor pan. As this comes in, you've got a right angle, so we join on that, and then we clean up the jacking point, repair it best we can. It's pretty good anyway, no rot on it. Just bash it straight, reattach jacking point, and that bit's straightforward. The hard bit's here because of this complex shape, so it's partially damaged. I'm tempted to try and find a whole piece. I don't really want to try and make that, although I can do. So we've got to stop and pause the project just at this point for this part of the video, and we're going to finish the video now up until this point. So we're going to say thanks a lot for all your subscriptions and your views, and for all the hits on the channel. We're doing good, over nearly 600,000 hits. A lot of people don't comment, so if you want to join the commenting club, get on board and give us some ideas and some feedback. Constructive criticism always welcome. So that's the end of this part 10. Quite a lot, so I hope you enjoyed the different camera angles there. So just bringing you up to say goodbye. Flip it around, this is my new super duper selfie stick. I extend. It's a bit of a handy thing to have. So thanks for all those comments, for all the feedback on the YouTube channel. We're doing well. We're going to be at the NEC in March, so you want to come along to the NEC March, I think it's the 4th and the 5th of March 2016 for the NEC. We'll see you up there as well. We've got Maisie, two cars, Maisie and Swampy coming in again, similar to the show in November at the NEC. You didn't get to see the two cars then, you can join them down in March at the Classic Car Restoration Show. But in the meantime, thanks very much for everybody for everything you've done for me on the channel. We hope these videos are going to be good for you at home restoring. If anyone's doing a sill, it's going to save you a little bit of work, I hope, or at least put your mind at rest as to what's actually inside those sills there. So we finish on this video with the sill off and ready for the renovation process. We'll see you in part 11 for that one. So see you soon, and thanks for all the views. Catch you soon. Okay, over and out for now. And one last piece of footage just to finish episode 10. Some good news if you were following the Swampy restoration videos and you know the car, that's the Mk3 GXL, the sapphire blue. We got a call from Corgi. They'd seen the car in a magazine, one of the mag features that Swampy was in, and guess what, they said, can we do a model? So you go on the Corgi models website and type in Cortina. Let's do that now. I'll just show you what we got. So if you're a fan of the car, scrolling down, Corgi search, here we are, Corgi search. Sorry, Cortina search, not Corgi search, Cortina search. Then down here, look what we've got. They've made a model. It's on pre-order at the moment. Swampy Sapphire Blue. Even called it Swampy, which was good. Click on and there we go, look what we got. We got a nice model of the car on the Corgi models website there. So reg plates on and everything. There's a little write-up as well about the car and how it was rescued, which was great news. So some good news there. Good way to end episode 10, where there's the write-up on the the car, quite extensive, and they did contact me to ask for a few details on getting the trim and bits right on it, which I worked with the modelling guy, and it was good fun to do. I had to keep it under wraps a little while because we didn't know what was going to happen, but turns out it's all gone good. So a Corgi Swampy model available this year now. I think it's March it's available, so there's pre-ordering on it now. Before anybody asked, no, I didn't get any money for it. They don't do it that way. You just have the privilege of having your car modelled. I think they're sending me some freebies though, so just a little bit of snippet of news there for you to end episode 10. So call it a day now. We'll click off there, and we'll catch you for episode 11. Thanks for all the YouTube stuff, all the support and everything so far. Okay, so over and out. Episode 11 coming up probably end of January. Okay.